Welcome to the Florida Homesteader Podcast. No need to adjust your settings. This is not Jamie, this is Billy filling in. Today we're talking to Beckie Carnes from Bottoms Up Acres, and we're talking all things boar goats. So sit back and enjoy the show.
We are talking all things goats. We are here at Bottoms Up Acres. And I mean, proper attire here. Yeah. You got your goat shirt, you got goat shirt going on. This is Beckie. If you have the most recent issue of the Florida Homesteader magazine, you are going to see those beautiful babies.
Oh, yes, we got them out here. They're huge now compared to when they were. Yeah.
They grow so fast.
Very fast.
It's like, stop growing. We want you to stay babies.
I got a few more months.
Yeah, you do. You can get some more goat snuggles.
Yes.
We're talking all things goats today. You're going to get to see some behind the scenes of what is in the magazine. Talk a little bit about raising goats, what that looks like, show goats particularly. These are boar goats.
Yes.
So you want to share a little bit how you got started?
Yeah. So this, of course, is my place. I bought 5 acres 20 years ago. Built a house and was trying to look into something to get an ag exemption. And Polk County for cattle required a lot more acreage. So I had 5. Goats required 3 usable acres. So at that point, I was like, well, this is the way to go. A friend at work had some goats. We picked up a couple of them. These were just kind of mixed breed goats, dairy, boar crosses, something like that. And nothing special, but you know, it was fun.
Ag exemption.
Got the ag exemption, got my feet wet and learning, everything about goats.
Yeah.
And it is definitely a learning lesson. And you guys probably know that from raising your own now.
She's been our teacher, our mentor, our friend, our SOS texter.
Yes, I honestly probably every day goes by someone messages me, hey, what do you think about this? And if it's something I can help with, I'll help with it. But then if it's something above my knowledge, I'm like, sounds like a vet. Yeah. You need to get a vet. So, and unfortunately, we don't have a lot of good vets around here. So that do, well, we have great vets. We don't have a lot of large animal vets.
The specialty with the goats. Yes.
So, so emergencies are, very hard. Yeah. Because sometimes you can't get in and you lose them.
And that's hard.
Yes.
That's hard when you lose a mama, you lose a baby, you lose any of them.
Yeah. And that's where when you start getting into raising them, you look for things, you see things before it might become an emergency and be able to treat it prior.
There's some good preventative measures that you can do in order to keep them healthy. Well, let's take a look. I want to see, we were greeted when we first came up with 2 little bottle babies.
Yes. 2 bottle babies right now. And I've got a 3rd one that's pretty much, she helped me out with my bottle. Here's a mess up in my here.
This is reality TV right here.
This is real life.
This is real life.
So this is Gidget. She's my guardian livestock dog. She's about 10 years old.
And what's her dog?
She's an Anatolian Shepherd. So I've had her since she was a puppy. She stays with the goats.
So the goats like her and she likes the goats.
Yeah, and it's nice because the babies get used to a dog. So when they do go to new homes, if people have dogs, and most of them do, they won't be freaking out.
Right.
So just kind of got babies laying everywhere right now. We just got done feeding. You see they're eating their hay now. Everybody's got full bellies, so
it's nap time.
Yeah. We did a little medicating today. There was a couple of them that needed their CDT shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just ran right into it. They're not even phased.
And that's Maple there. She's a Lamachus. She's a dairy breed. She was used for providing milk for the babies, but now she's an old lady, so she's just retired.
She's just trying to hang that with everyone. So how many do you have currently? That's go.
Let's say probably over 30.
Over 30?
Over 30. I haven't done an official count.
So. But not all babies.
Not all babies. That's babies animals.
Babies animals.
I typically will breed about 14 does a year. So I typically have 14 adults. Will keep back about maybe 5 or 6 doelings from the season. that will either replace or, go into the breeding of the colony. Because I do get some people that are looking for adult goats.
Right.
And so I try to breed them maybe 3 times and then let them go on to new homes.
That keeps your bloodline fresh
Helps,
too.
yeah, that with especially with the buck.
Right.
So the buck, I usually every 2 years, like this year I'm just she's over there. We'll walk upstairs. I just brought in a new ABGA buck. And then
pushing on me.
yeah, I don't know where Vortex is, but he's going to be there he is on the scene. So this little guy is 9 weeks old today.
Oh,
And he is 70 pounds already.
it's huge.
Yes, he's huge.
9 weeks.
That's Mama right there.
Okay.
And he was a baby out of laparoscopic artificial insemination.
Really?
Yes. So I took a couple of does up this past year to Georgia to Cabe and Eccles, and they did a lap AI clinic. And so you can get new genetics and that you couldn't necessarily find right here local.
Right.
And so 2 of the 3 that I took up there did take, and he's the prodigy at one of them. And then two girls somewhere, I don't know. Oh, they're in here. And these are the other 2 by the lap AI right there.
The size difference is,
And that's their
mama.
Mhm.
That's crazy. The size difference.
But if you look at the thickness,
Yeah.
so this is what we're trying to achieve, these type of body styles to, because when you're showing in the market division, it's based off meat mass, of course.
Right.
And, what's going to be more profitable is meat. So you want that thick build.
So when you're talking that thick build, can we get a show? Can we get a demonstrator? Which one do you think will work the best? When you're talking about the build, you're talking about across the shoulders.
Yeah, come here, little big guy. Oh, come on, eat up. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, so if you're looking, you're looking here, you want to have a nice square look to them, and when you're looking at the chest, he's
lazy.
Cooperate.
It's hot. I understand. I understand.
But yeah, you're looking for nice width and chest. So the judges are looking for the square. Yep. And then your body build. So you can see, he's a pretty big boy. He's pretty, you look at that shoulder, the rear, the rump, because, this is where your meat is here on the loin, there on that leg, the first in the chest.
So these obviously are meat goats.
Mhm.
And when the kids are showing them and they show them in the fair, a lot of them get auctioned off, bought off.
Yeah.
They sent to meat markets or
Yeah.
Now you also have sold goats for the purpose of meat as well, correct?
Yeah, there's some because, unless a kid is looking for just a bargain, whether to show, then, it'd be cheaper. But a lot of times if they're not really show quality, then yes, those would be
They just
normally
kind of
for
go
a meat man,
Yeah.
or off to the market.
Off the market. Yeah.
Because, they're not going to do well at shows.
Right.
And, I try to provide the best I can for the shows. I try to be competitive.
Right.
Make it look good.
Well, it's good for the kids too.
Right.
They have that good experience and they want to keep going in it. Even if they have a bad experience, though, it's still good to keep going. That good experience helps.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times the kids first getting into it, so you start small, they may not need that $100, but some do, but start up and just make sure it's what they want to do, right? Because a lot of times they see them get into it, and then
They see their friends as
like, well, this isn't what I want to do. And then 3 months later, I'm getting a call. You know what? Bobby Sue decided she didn't show. What am I going to do with this goat? And typically, I'll buy a thing.
Talk through a little bit. What is the requirement for somebody who's wanted to show a goat? What does that look like for somebody who's wanting to get into it?
Well,
it
depends on your county, because every county show has different rules. So that would be your first avenue. Find out if you're wanting to do a goat at your fair, find out what the rules are for, winter terminal date. Do they can they have horns? Can they not have horns? Those type of things. So look at the rules. And then from there, you could have a small little area in a backyard, maybe not an HOA. Some have though. They've snuck them in. But, they don't really require a lot of room because this will be show goat. You don't want them out just running around on grass and, losing weight, running around.
You want them penned up.
Yeah, you kind of want a smaller area. And then when you take them out, that's the time outside for cleaning. So to have a nice setup, something that's out of the wind and rain, especially, winter's and rain are two biggest nemesis to the guests as they get sick. Summertime, I like fans, so it may be something you want to put in, especially here in Florida. Have a fan on to keep it cooler because that'll help them to stay eating.
Well, it's like a here. Nobody wants to be wet. Nobody wants to be cold.
Right.
And you don't want to eat when you're hot.
Yeah. And they don't do good by themselves.
Show and guilt.
Yeah,
with the kids, so they get through the part of understanding what the judges are looking for.
Correct.
The thickness of their chest.
Yep,
And
so
the front side, their back.
Yeah, so let's evaluate him.
This is
turn him here
Forrest.
on profile here. He stands pretty good. So if you look at him, you'll look at overall his back, his thickness of his leg here and back here, and then looking at the top. So see how he's kind of square. Mm-hmm. So he should grow out really nice. I mean, he's still young, so it's going to be hard to say exactly.
Yeah.
But
now he's one that you had the horns removed.
correct. So he was disbudded. Typically for boar goats, it's best to do it in between 5 and 10 days old. Okay. You need to make sure they're healthy before you do
that's
it.
a process.
And the lady that does it for me, she's big about that.
Yeah.
So she'll look them over before she ever does it.
Yeah.
Because it's very stressful on them.
Uh-huh.
Usually I take them without their mama, so they're gone from their mama for 2 hours or so. They get their horns burned. It's painful at first. As soon as that initial burn's made, though, all the nerves are dead, so it's really not hurting them after that point. It's just that initial, and then of course it looks very barbaric, but it just is just an aesthetic type look. Some kids like to get the ears up when they're showing, which shows the neck, and the horns can get in the way. Plus, if you think about eating, you're not going to eat the horns, so that's a waste product anyway. So, for some kids that get into the higher levels of showing, they want them dehorned. There's some shows, if you go into Georgia, that actually require them to be disbudded. Some of the national shows and stuff like that.
Well, it's definitely a lot easier getting hit by one when they headbutt you without the horns.
Yeah. Yeah,
horn is not fun.
Yeah, I almost have got to the point because ABGA requires bucks to keep their horns, but for my ABGA buck, I would be like, well, I'm not showing ABGA, so I'm just going to disbud him as a baby. But of course, the one I have now, I didn't raise here, so he's got his horns, and they are big.
Forrest is pawing at me.
He's the attention hog.
He's like, please pet me.
He loves
I will
attention.
pet you. I don't mind one bit. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. You're so cute.
So yeah, when he was first born, he couldn't walk hardly, and so my neighbor Karen came over, and between me and her, we'd come out and lift him up to mom and let him nurse.
How long did you have to do all that?
2 or 3 days, and then he finally started getting strength to where he could stand, and then he could start nursing, and then about 2 days after that, he was walking around, and now you don't even know that he had an issue.
What was the problem with him not being able to stand?
Well, when he was born, there was a mummified baby, and the placenta had kind of wrapped around his leg where it had deteriorated, and I think it cut blood flow off. So when he came out, he had a big bald spot on his leg. So that's what I think happened, just in utero. So
you look like a little blondie.
Yeah, that's Dory.
Oh.
Her mom is Lori. We call her Dory the Explorer.
I love it. So, and there's a bottle babies screaming in the background.
I'll be back in a minute.
They're not getting
You're
their
not
attention.
hungry.
So, with kids wanting to show these goats, the time commitment that's going to go into this, we're talking, it's not a lot of time during the day, but it is continuous time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to be out there every day, making sure they got clean food, clean water.
Water's key.
Yeah, water's key. The water's the top one. Having a nice clean water bucket, adding electrolytes. Every day mine get dumped and cleaned. So water definitely is the key. But really, once they start training them, maybe 10-15 minutes of actually doing work with them, like training wise. Other than that, stick them on a stand, brush them, play with their feet, you know, just sit down in the pen with them. And while they're eating,
used to you handling them and that, or the
oh yeah, well
handling.
you can see,
Yeah.
you know, he was messed with at birth constantly, so he's like, hey, I want you to pay attention to me.
And that little tail gets
And so he's earned that trust with me, or from me and him. So he's like, I know she's not going to hurt me. And she's the lady that gives me head scratches.
That's a sugar spot.
And then you got the mamas that get jealous.
Now
That is not her mama.
she's not pregnant though,
no,
is she?
No, she just weaned these two girls.
Okay.
So
She just has a little bit of.
yeah, I probably overfeed quite a bit, but but I like my moms to be healthy.
You want them to be healthy. Now this was one of them that was in the
That is
magazine.
correct. That's Hollywood, and he went to a prom photo shoot.
Oh, I saw
Yes,
that.
and we had a blast. We went over to Holland Park over there in Lakeland, and a young lady, her mom had reached out. She works with me and said, hey, my daughter wants to have a goat in her prom pictures. And I'm like, okay, that was new to me, but we can make it happen. I said, I've got the perfect one. He was flashy, and boy, it was like he was made for the camera.
Oh, I bet.
It was
Well,
funny.
his name is perfect.
Yes,
Hollywood. I mean,
Hollywood.
he's gonna be perfect for the camera.
So I bought him a little pearl dog collar and a little pearl leash. It was so cute.
I love
so
it.
cute.
Hey, sweet boy.
But yeah, those pictures are on my Facebook page,
Yeah.
and they turned out wonderful.
He is gorgeous.
Yeah, he'll stay a buck. I'll end up selling him as a buck to somebody that's wanting one for color, and so he'll make
We'll get Billy to show how pretty he is. I mean, he is just gorgeous.
Yeah, the colors are very unique.
That's called dapple, correct?
That is dappled. So he would be considered like a dappled paint.
Okay. Whereas the other colorings is basically.
Yeah, so that would be
brown and
traditional.
white. Okay.
So with just the dark head or light head, either one with just the head. Now he's considered a traditional with a cape. There's another paint, and then those are these here that have a little white on them. They're still paints, but I usually put them as red with a splash of white or red with white feet. And then there's spotted, which she would be like a spotted
Like over
paint over there,
Okay.
because they're more spots. The dappleds kind of, run together.
If you have somebody, I know, baby. we're just gonna keep petting you. If you have somebody that is interested in wanting to start this adventure, this journey, what would be some pointers that you would say to do this, to getting into having their own herds?
Of raising boar goats?
Of raising them.
Okay. And I've had people come to me. In fact, I had a neighbor come to me the other day, and he's going to look at getting some in July. So we get that phone call, and I'm like, hey, the first thing to do, come over and visit me.
Yeah.
And
See
look
what
at the
this is.
setup,
Yes.
and I'll give you an idea
Right.
of kind of what you kind of need to look like. Or if you got another farm near you, go look at them. But that's the first thing. Go out to a couple of farms and get ideas of how you want to set your.
So they come out, they check out your facility. You
Yeah.
encourage them to see others.
Yeah.
To get a feel of
Yeah.
what this is.
Yeah.
What this is like.
And some of the biggest things is have enough room to be able to move them around if you need to.
Right.
I'll have a quarantine pen I can set up when I bring anything new in, or something that gets sick. You want to be able to separate them,
Right.
get them away from the herd. Like this setup here right now, I've got moms and babies. Over here, I've got babies that have been weaned already and are ready to be picked up from new prospective owners. And over here, I have does that have already kidded and have weaned are back in the normal side, and then a couple of more moms that are still due. That once they start getting ready to kid, I'll have a pen built inside the barn that I'll bring them into like a kidding stall.
Once they kid and they have their babies, how long do they stay with their babies in each of those stalls?
I typically leave them at least 3 days,
Right.
because one, it's about 3 days before the babies can regulate temperature. So you want to be able to either put a fan on them or a heat lamp, depending on where your temperature is. Florida, it can be both at the same time.
It can be both. Yeah.
So typically 3 days, and then when I'm off work and home, I'll let them out with the herd while I'm here to make sure that no other moms try to herd them, and let them get integrated with the herd, so then the babies can start playing with other babies.
That's the best part. You're seeing them jumping all around and kicking up their little heels. Oh my gosh, it's fun.
And then I set up an area, as you can see in the back there, I have what they call a creep area. So this is an area that literally only the babies can get into. So they still eat with mom, but they have an area that stays with food constantly, because this will be gone, that they can get back there and still eat as they want to throughout the day.
One of our kids from last year, she can still get in because she ended up being a bottle baby. So she didn't fill out as much, but we kept her for our herd, our herding program, and she can still get in one spot that we had cut out for the creeper. And she gets in there, she lays, it's like her little safety zone. It's like they don't lose it.
I call it like being teenagers, because it's like, oh, I'm away from mom. So, and they kind of like, this is my spot, she can't get me.
She can't get me, and I can eat all the junk food I want.
And it does. I think it helps with growth tremendously from what I've seen. So, but yeah, they still get fed with their moms. I feed peanut hay. I do a blend of, I use Mormon's breeder feed for my does, and then I've just recently switched to Tall Towers Jackpot for the creep feed, and I really am enjoying and liking it. It smells really good. The goats are eating it like crazy.
They like it too.
So
that's key. You got a goat that likes their food.
And when you are looking for, say, Highlands County, okay, they may not have access to Jackpot, but they may have access to something else that's a good show feed. As long as you're getting it fresh and can always keep it in, that's the key to it. So you don't have to you don't have to use or have a where you go in 1 week and it's going to be 3 weeks before I get it. Try this brand, and having them switching back and forth. You don't want that.
You don't want to do that.
So find what you can get and make sure you can get it. So, and most of the feed stores, especially these counties that are getting bigger into the shows, know what the kids are needing. So,
and they keep it in stock.
You're being attacked there.
Our cameraman
Forrest is
he's
a mess.
He's wanting some attention. He likes to be on the camera.
He is. He says, my mama always told me, run, Forrest, run. It was funny the first time he started like jumping around. Me and my neighbor, we were like, run, Forrest, run. He's a survivor for sure. Cute. Quick walk out here,
let's
and
go see the bucks.
Show you the buck and the rest of the herd. So
this is what a wether looks like.
Yeah, these are
once they retire out.
Yes. So I try to tell kids, trust me, you don't want to keep them as pets.
Well, we have Miles.
You see the fence? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they destroyed our fence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he thinks I don't know how big is Miles, like he's pushing.
He's not quite that tall.
But he's
oh yeah,
he's big.
He was a tall boy anyway. We'll go over this way.
Okay. He was huge. He thinks he's a lap dog, and he's gotten more loving as he's gotten older.
River. River, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. So this will be baby daddy for next year.
Oh.
And he's already got some kids on the ground. In fact, Hollywood is out of him.
Okay.
This is Hollywood's daddy.
Nice.
So the guy that had him, he had bought a different buck, and we did a little trade on one of the does and stuff. And so I'm going to have him for this year.
Nice.
For my ABGA side. But he also, really, because of his build, he can throw market also. He's a big boy.
This is perfect example. Your little
And
tail
he's
is
only
wagging.
a year old.
Your tail is
Yeah.
wagging.
And he's a very sweet boy, but
Yeah.
being a buck,
Uh-huh.
you never turn your back on him.
No.
When I go in with the bucket, I have to have a scoop real quick and put it in the feeder, because if not, he's wanting to get it to it, and you can see,
Pushing on the
pushing against the fence, and he hasn't been aggressive. I ain't saying he can't be aggressive, but right now he hasn't been. But I mean, he weighs more than I do probably. So if it came down to it, he would beat me.
Oh, he would win.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't let kids, anytime I have
No.
anybody out here, if anyone's feeding for me, I'm like, don't worry about the buck, because you can't have that liability.
We do the same. We do not let anybody in with ours at all.
Yeah.
Because even some of our mamas, Maggie,
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
she can be.
Oh, I've got some females that are the same way. They
Yeah.
get a little.
They get testy. They just want to headbutt
When I've
you
been
in.
feeding the big girls out there, Cruella, she'll come up.
Does
and,
her name, her personality match her name?
Yes. But she doesn't mean to be mean to me.
Uh-huh.
But when I'm dumping the bucket, she thought I was another goat, and boy, she slung her horns and knocked me down. Oh, she was, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just,
And it can
you want
hurt.
to walk down here real quick
Yeah.
and just kind of give you. So this is Opus Alley. This actually is named for a lamb that a kid had here, and this is where we would run him. So she was boarding him here because she wanted to raise a lamb, and this was his alleyway.
Nice.
So this side here is where my adults are, those that are pregnant and getting ready to kid. So they're separated from the buck. There's enough room between the two alleys, so I don't got to worry about unplanned pregnancies or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then out there I've got a couple of cows, but this pasture over here I'm still working on doing a double fence. I'm going to have 2 more areas to be able to move goats to. So
Just kind of break them out a
yeah,
little bit.
just have a little more room.
Yeah.
Do pasture rotation is better for keeping the worm load. So like these guys, I could rotate them over to there, let this pasture rest, get it mowed, fix the fence. Ain't that right, buddy?
Fencing is a never-ending
Isn't that right, buddy?
project.
I know. See, my name's River Racer. And I'm a sweet boy.
He is sweet.
A stinky boy, but sweet.
Oh yeah, I'm smelling him.
Oh, yeah.
That lovely.
Nasty.
Too bad we didn't have smell-o-vision.
Scratch and sniff.
It could happen. Yeah.
So yeah, that little paint weather in there, that's
Yes.
one of his babies.
Okay.
Yeah. So he throws good size. So I'm
Yes,
excited
he
to see what he
does.
gives me for this year coming
Yeah.
up.
So what's next on your list of things that you want to, how you want to grow? Are you at a good spot now? or what are you thinking?
This is probably about where I'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought about even cutting back just a little bit more, because I've got several friends now that are starting
it.
to get into it,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm like, share the love.
Uh-huh.
I'm hitting 55 this year, so we're thinking about different avenues, but I'll always have the goats for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
But may just get down because it's tough
Yes.
working a full-time job and then trying to do all this. Literally,
This is a full-time
yeah.
job in itself.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time to like today. I went and picked up feed, got back, had to do medications, clean the barn, feed the goats, and
now you're being videoed.
yeah, now video, and then my husband will be home shortly, and it'll be like, okay, what's for dinner? And so it's like, okay, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
but I love it. I do.
I don't know about you, but for us, it is, depending on the mood of the goats, it's almost like a love-hate relationship. But in a way, it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. It's almost therapeutic to be out here with them and just sit and just let them play and watch them play.
Yeah, that's where the name of my farm came from.
So tell us how the name Bottoms Up.
Yep. So, well, of course, that's a song, as you know,
Right.
Red Solo Cup. But me and my husband would, after an afternoon of work, we'd come out and, you can see the chair over there. Or sit down on the stand and you just sit out here and we'd, have our cups and, just sit out here for a couple hours while the sun goes down and enjoy it, And of course now we've got a lot more neighbors. When I first moved out here, there was nothing.
Yeah.
That was Orange
it
Grove,
has
so it was
grown.
very quiet.
Yeah.
And so but now it's a little more populated, but it's all
But still
right.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Still peaceful.
Yeah, very.
Love
But
it.
no, I still love it. I'll probably always do it, no matter what. But I'd like to. I've got grandbabies now, and you know how
I
that
know
is.
how it is.
So trying
they
to
take
get time to
over.
go see them
Yes.
too, and
Yep.
add them into my circle.
Yep. Well, thank you for letting us come out
Look at that
and
one right there.
see all that you have going on and what you're doing to help encourage too, because that is a big deal.
Oh yes, and
the
whether a kid gets one from me or gets one from someone else,
whoever.
I don't mind. Call me.
Yeah.
I love talking it. I love helping out. I've had the feed store send people to me that, I knew nothing about these people or their goats, and somehow I saved their goat's life. But,
Wow.
but just little things of doing this, I've been through it, and I can help where I can. But,
I was talking to somebody not long ago, and I told him, I said, it's not a competition, it's community. And that's what this is
Right.
all about. Anything that we can do to help each other, that's what we do.
Yep. And that's the one thing about the show ring too. I mean, you do get there's
Oh,
some
you get
that
some
are,
that are very,
but
they do get the
but
competitive side.
for the most part, the goat community is that kid that wins. The other kids are going up, hey, congratulations, and they're okay. They look at that one and go, you know what? I'm
what I
gonna
want next.
beat her. And it gives them a so.
It's a good
but
competitive
they don't
streak.
sit there and say, well, I don't like her.
Right.
It's really cool. So, and then that girl that wins, she's the same way. She's very nice and lovable, and that's what I like about the goat community, and even the lamb community too.
They do the same thing.
Haven't been much on the cattle side. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It might be, but I'm with you. I haven't been much there
yeah.
yet either.
But I love the goats.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, Facebook is probably the
Yeah,
best.
I have a Facebook page, Bottoms Up Acres Boar Goats.
And we'll put that link
of course,
in the show
yeah,
notes
and there
so you
will
can
be
click
a
on that.
goat on the page. But I'm fine giving out my number too. I have a sign on the gate. It's 863-838-6441. My name, of course, is Beckie. And if I don't answer, just leave a message or text me. Text is actually the best way to reach me. So.
Yeah.
But I don't mind, helping out and talking to anybody if they have questions and trying to get them
Help
started.
them out. Well, thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Oh, you're welcome.
This has been fun.
Thanks for listening to this podcast chat between Beckie, Jamie, and the goats. Be sure to follow us wherever you get podcasts, or if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, keep growing, keep preserving, and keep that Florida homesteader spirit alive. Y'all come back now.